Hello, and welcome
Hello.
to the Dream Team Tonic deadline stream or pre-deadline stream with me, Scott, and Tony. How are you doing, Tony?
Good evening. All good. Are you all right, mate?
Not bad, not bad. Just admiring the Dortmund shirt. Is that yellow or is it like a luminous yellow?
It's quite bright. It's quite bright. It's one of the retro shirts. It's nice. It's a nice one.
Using high vis to start with.
Yeah.
Good evening to everyone. We are answering questions from our Patreon members community and YouTube channel member community first ahead of Gameweek 5, a Carabao Cup week, a Europa League week, and a tricky week by the sounds of things too. How are you feeling? Still
well, first off, it's good to have a few beers with you on a Friday night and sort this out, get away from the daily grind and the struggles of life. Yeah, it's I wanted with this week I did want to just sit on my hands and bank the transfers, and you get all that FOMO creeping in, and if there's a good 4 fixtures for Villa, which I'm looking at, and it's tough. It's a really tough week because it's technically a single for most teams. A lot of teams are going to rotate, but there is going to be some little diamonds.
There's always someone that goes off.
Yeah, there's going to be someone that goes mental, and it's hard work. I think it's more luck than anything. I think it probably usually be someone who you just leave in rather than someone you bring in. That goes off on one. So
I've tried it a few times. I never really have any luck with it. So the last couple of times this has happened, I've just sort of looked at it and think, can I just make a move that is okay for this week, that's good for the week after, potentially?
Yeah.
But it does mean probably being a bit boring, and it probably does mean that you're going longer term than short term. But we said it looked really good to roll, like you mentioned. But what you don't sort of factor in is that, like, how much the price changes can have an effect. Because I looked at rolling and making maybe 4 moves or making 3 moves, and then all of a sudden this price does this price does that, and the moves that you were eyeing up become out of range a little bit at times. So yeah, it does make it difficult. We have a few people in the YouTube chat. So we've got Shane McClear, good evening. Steve Ricks, good evening. Sam, good evening. Josh Baker. And we've got a whole host of people over in our Discord as well. So if you do fancy becoming a Patreon member or YouTube channel member, you get access to the Discord community, over 100 strong in there at the minute. But we're going to take a few questions from each, and then we'll open it up towards the end as well to get a few more flying in. So we're going to start off with the Patreon for the moment and switch between the two. But we've got Jordan Jackson. This one came in, I think, just after our pod the other day on Monday. Is Bergvall worth a shout with the likes of Madueke and Anderson? 3 mil worth a rise. And I think he might have even gone on to do well after this comment as well. So looks like he's rising. But what do you think of Bergvall? And then maybe the other 2 that he's mentioned.
I like him. He's obviously a talented player. Seems to be getting more minutes recently. He's not hit bonus yet, which is a little concern, because then he starts to go into a bracket of he has to do a little bit more, but he gets tackles, assists, shots. He's obviously scored. Yeah, I'd just like to see them bonus points tot up, because you're always in that like safety bracket of, it's like with Bruno United. Even if things aren't going his way, they're not going United's way. He just seems to tot up them bonus performance marks, which obviously accumulate into 1, 3, or 5 points, and seem to just sneak you a few points in there. So I think he's one to keep an eye on. I get that he might be looking. Obviously, he'll have a price rise. He's quite cheap. Price rise this week, and then he possibly might get the cup game, which does look enticing. I think he's a good punt. I'd put him in the medium risk bracket for this week, regards to minutes and obviously then further potential. But he's someone who could go off.
That's why I worry about the minutes. I thought it was a risk last week, or was it last week when Simmons came in? I thought Simmons probably was going to play 10, which made me think one of Bentancur, Sarr, or Palhinha were a risk. But then he played on the left, and they chucked Bergvall in there as well. So it's almost like 4 names in the equation. So yeah, I think that's a little bit dodgy, that one. I think I would pass and let it play out. I just don't know how nailed he is. He's obviously played his way into the team, hasn't he? But
he got some talent in that side, especially like the supporting acts across that like 3. Some good options.
I really like Anderson, who he's mentioned there. He's mentioned Madueke as well. I think it's an okay option, but the problem with Arsenal this week is the way the fixtures have fallen, and the same with a few teams. We were just talking about City as well before we started. But yeah, with Madueke, I imagine that he's going to get the City game, and then probably not Port Vale.
Yeah.
So not ideal.
Yeah,
it'd be okay a bit longer.
He can't be risked, can he? He can't be risked in that Southampton game with Saka out, I think.
Yeah, Port Vale, that one for us.
Oh, yeah, sorry, in the Port Vale game. Yeah, not Southampton. Yeah, I can't see it. Can't see it.
Yeah, did you see Arteta leave the door open for it though? He got asked about it today, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's not trained yet, but we're going to see how he is tomorrow." He's a menace.
Yeah, horrible man.
I like Anderson. I'm almost certain Anderson's coming in my team this week. I know it's not a move for everyone. I'll make a few of these throughout the season that no one's ever really on board with. It was like Rice last year. I really liked Tielemans. I can't remember if I ended up owning him or not in the end last season, but there's just a few of these boring players I don't mind having in my team at times if the price is right, and then they get like get a tackle point, get a bonus point, the odd shot on target, big chance created, and they're getting the appearance points for both matches.
Yeah,
it does add up, but you don't really get those glory weeks where it's like 12, 15, you know?
Yeah, he's a good option.
He's not your kind of pick, is he?
He isn't. He's not. He's not exciting enough for me, I don't think. And as I've been tinkering over the last few days, I don't think I've once clicked on that plus and put him in my side. So yeah, he's not exciting enough for me, but I get it. Rice went well last year as well. Tielemans was brilliant. Like you say, you throw a couple of goals into the mix over the course of like a 4 or 5 game period, and the points really do add up. I mean, look at the top scoring midfielder. It's Caicedo at the minute.
Currently, yeah.
I mean, it shows. Like he's obviously doing the bits right, and then as soon as you throw 2 or 3 goals in that mix, they're flying. So it can be done. He's probably nailed for 2 games, obviously Premier League game and then Europa League game. So it's not it's a very sensible move. Low
Just
risk.
in a week where you can't predict who's going to play, I just fancy doing something a little bit certain, at least.
Yeah, completely get it.
But someone like Madueke obviously is a lot more exciting. Icaz mentioned Foden. We were talking City, so what do you think on Foden? And then what do you think on your other boy you mentioned as well?
Doku. Yeah. See, look, if I was in charge of City now, and you've got Doku who's had a couple of good games, back-to-back 11 pointers, 2 victories, clean sheets. Foden looking sharp. If it were me, I'd play him against Arsenal, and I'd also play him in Cup as well. I just think I think they need a bit of continuity. They need to keep things rolling. Too many chopping and changing at City. I just don't think they've ever got like into a rhythm again like they did a couple of seasons ago. But we know what Pep's like, and Foden could score an hat-trick against Arsenal and he'll be out of the team in Cup. He's not going to do it, is he? So it is a risk. Just a stat for you regarding Doku was last season they played Arsenal at the weekend. Doku played, and him and Kyle Walker were the only two surviving players in a midweek Carabao Cup game against Watford. So they both started the Carabao Cup game. So Lightning might strike twice, and Doku might get the second game. So for that reason, I am tempted because that is more of an exciting option, that Doku versus Anderson.
Yeah,
but it's also, it could turn out a bit of a daft option as well because it's a tough fixture against Arsenal.
I mean, it's mad really that it's cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I like both of them. I think with Foden, how many times have we been saying it should be his year? It should be his year. Kevin De Bruyne's left this season. He's not been doing much early doors, but obviously a couple of good appearances, and now everyone's talking about him again. So he's doing something right. Just hope it continues.
That's the that's the thing with Foden. I wasn't that keen when a few people were mentioning his name sort of earlier in the week, and it's not because he's then gone on to do better. I mean, that obviously helps, but I was kind of like, let's wait and see what his minutes are like because he's been in out. I was kind of thinking that it's like injury related or fitness related. In the team, out of the team, but then Pep said something along the lines of he had fitness problems and other things going on. And then he's gone and played 290 minutes. So it does make you think, was it fitness or did he have some stuff in his private life? And actually, he's gone and played 92 lots of 90. He's actually could end up being fit as a fiddle and he's good to go.
Yeah. I think we always forget this, don't we? I touched on it a few times, is that it's like you're playing FIFA sometimes. You watch football, you watch Premier League on telly, and you don't. I think a lot of us, and me myself included, we forget that they're actually human. These players are human, and they've got families and backstories going on, and a lot of time we just don't know. He could have had anything going on within his family life, his personal life. He's he's got kids. We don't know, and sometimes we're just a little bit ignorant to it. So I'm hoping whatever it was, it seems like he's over it because he's such a talented footballer. And when Foden's at his best, he's such a joy to watch. So
it'll make Dream Team more fun as well, won't it?
Oh, definitely. He's a great pick because he's one of them. He's got a bit of everything: dribbles, tackles, play performance marks, big chances, goals, assists. He's full of everything, Foden. So yeah.
It's just the thing with these City lads. It's the same with Arsenal as well. It's just like if you want them or think you want them longer term, do you just get them now? Especially Doku or Foden if they're going up 0.3. I'm thinking it with Arsenal defence. Like in my mind, I wanted by game week 6, Arsenal defence and possibly Arsenal attack in some way. And I thought they go down in price. They'll go down in price, and they've just gone up, up, up.
Yeah.
And now you got catch 22 because if I wait till the City game goes and then they concede, I'll buy them in on a drop, which then seems even worse. So do you just go a week early with either the attacker or the defender? Suck up this game. You've got a little bit of a buffer then as well. If you bring in Doku now on a 0.3 rise, if he does blank against Arsenal, you're only where you started. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're back to where you bought him at, aren't you? Yeah, that is what I've been looking at. The week after City's fixtures are lovely. I think they got Burnley and Monaco. Monaco took a hiding, did they not, the other night?
Brentford, Everton, Villarreal, Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
We've got some lovely fixtures, and look, I mean, it's very early days. It's a couple of good results for him. Haaland looks hungry. Foden, like I say, seems back at it. Doku, if he can get the minutes and he can sort his end product, he's such a talent. I keep saying it every year. He's so talented. He's so exciting to watch as well. So if they are getting back to the best and they can get a bit of continuity going, I think it's a good option to grab him in this week on the rises and just go from there. That next week, Burnley, Monaco. I would like to have 4 City for that.
I was just laughing there, looking at. Do you know we're talking about? I like Anderson. You like Doku, for example. Doku's on 26 points, and Anderson is on 23 points. But Doku's goes 2, 1, 1, 11, 11.
Yeah.
And then Anderson is like 8, 3, 8, 4.
Yeah, that is it. That's the way. That's the way.
Because I know through those like 2 blanks, I'll lose my head and sell him.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Randy's had a good game the other night. Got an assist. So he's had a couple of shaky games, and like you say, it's so easy. He becomes an easy sell. But then he's also, I think he had about 5 or 6 shots the other night against Napoli. I think he had double Haaland's amount of shots.
Got the assist as well, didn't he?
Got the assist. So
could have scored against United.
Yeah, he should have scored. So he's in the positions. Rodri's back, so we know he's probably going to be playing further forward where he wants to be. So again, yeah, Reinders, I'm holding it.
Legend or Ian in the Discord, he's taking De Kuiper and Ballard out for Elliott and Concert. A good move. Leaving Palmer and Foden out for now, and we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
You've got Ballard still, haven't you?
Yeah, he will be gone this week. I'm looking at Kusanov at City. Arise seems to get more minutes now. I think
3 million, nice price.
Yeah, nice price with a rise, and then I think he might get the cup.
How's he ended up playing right back when they've got like the start of the season? It looked like it was going to be Nunes, didn't it? Yeah. He was playing a lot in the Club World Cup, and then you think, well, Rico Lewis could still come in.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden reshuffle. Kusanov's a right back now. We played centre back, didn't he, a couple of games ago, and then right back.
Yeah, 2 clean sheets back to back.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously Ballard needs to go out. Super, yeah. Elliott and Cons are both going up in price. Cons is a very low risk pick. He's a good option, even when Villa aren't. He's good for player performance marks. Good for points. So although Villa can't score, they've also got a couple of clean sheets as well. So he's a very good option with a price rise coming in.
Do you prefer him or Cash?
See,
that's a question I've had from a few people. Concert or Cash?
Cash is probably the more exciting pick, but I say this lightly. I don't think he's going to go and get you a goal, but he's probably better for the assists. But then
corners now,
yeah, which gives him a higher ceiling, higher chance than assist. But well, Konza is that man who could just give you between 6 and 9 points every single week, every single game. So I like Konza. I prefer Konza, which isn't usually what I'd say, but the safer option. I think Elliott's the risk, minute risk. I've got him down as a medium risk here, but he is getting a price rise. Got a goal.
What risk?
A medium risk. I've got him down here.
Oh.
I for the week, I just give a low, medium, and high risk move for this week. And
then you go for the high ones.
And then yeah, but I like Elliott as an option. I think when someone comes in and they give you that bit of a boost, gets a goal, gets things ticking a little bit, I think sure he's got to follow up with a start at next game as well. in the Premier League and then go from there. And then it'd be Elliott's place to lose. He's so talented. He was brilliant for us at Rovers. He was quality. You do know he used to play for Rovers, don't you? Yeah, I like it. I think there's no way of talking out them two moves. Legend. It's I'd do them too.
What's his rise going to be this week? Is it just 0.1? A quick look at that. You can go to notonlyfpl.co.uk if you want to find that yourself. 0.1, 3.5 to 3.6. Not bad. Yeah, I quite like that move. I did show you boys a potential one I was looking at of like Anderson and Elliott in, which would let me get like a Calafiori next week, but it was like to the penny.
Yeah.
And it was like if one price change doesn't go how I anticipate, I'm priced out. I don't love it, but I think it's an okay pick.
I've been priced out this week on a 0.1 move, which would have been Ballard out and Enzo Fernandez out for Salah and Harvey Elliott. 0.1. I felt dirty having Salah on my team anyway, so I quickly reversed them all.
Get Madueke. Is he 3.4? Get Madueke instead. Better than Doku.
Yeah. I don't know why I was toying with bringing Salah in. I think it's because what happened last season. I don't want that to happen. Obviously, he catched a penalty at last minute, didn't he, against Burnley? Then Isak comes in for the Champions League game, and Salah decides, "Do you know what? Actually, we have to do a bit." Starts turning it on a little bit in Champions League, but Liverpool-Everton games aren't usually the highest scoring. I think there's only like a couple of goals usually in them games. And then I don't see him playing the cup.
I don't. But then I did look back and he came off the bench against West Ham last time and then scored off the bench. So it is possible, but you'd feel like they've got enough to not have to use him.
You'd think
We'll talk about him when we talk about captaincy, and we'll put a captaincy poll up in a bit. Bees knees, transfer Porro and by the way, Ian, I think those moves are fine. Bees knees, transfer Porro and KDH out for Concert and Anderson, or leave it, let the transfers roll.
Oof. This is the trouble, isn't it? Because obviously Porro, you want him back. Dewsbury Hall, I get that one. Dewsbury Hall to Anderson.
As in, you might want Porro later.
Yeah, I just think you do, don't you? He's one of them players, an explosive
You still got him.
Yeah, he's still there.
No bonus points at all this season, is it? Is it none?
He got an 8-pointer last week. Last game against Villarreal, 9-pointer against West Ham. He's had tackles, but yeah, he hasn't had any bonus.
He was a machine with bonus last year.
Is that due to corners?
No corners now. But he was taking corners for the first 1 or 2 games and still didn't get it. And he's got the least PPM out of all of their sort of back four now, which is quite surprising. I wonder if it's a Frank effect.
Mm.
I do wonder whether he could sell him, and if you wanted to go back to Tottenham, get the cheaper buys in. But I don't doubt that Porro is going to pop up again, because he wasn't just corners, was he? He had assists, goals. Like, that's not going to completely leave his game, surely.
Look at the next week. They've got, is it Wolves?
Wolves, Bodo Leeds, is it?
Yeah. So it's and then Leeds after that. So yeah, I just think if you get rid of him this week, I know he's only got a single because he probably won't play Doncaster.
No, I don't know who they got. They got loads of players on the bench though.
But then you look in next week, and then you look at them next 3 fixtures before the international break. There's not many with better fixtures than Spurs. So or you just taking one out, then next week you're going to look and go, do you know what, I fancy Porro. Andy's going to get a price rise. So you take him out this week, it'll cost you, I don't know what his predicted is, but I guess it's
I'd only guess
two more.
I'd only guess it makes sense if you're taking out Porro, KDH, getting the two European guys, Concert, Anderson, and then having a chunk of money left over to move on. I don't know if you had some other non-European players to upgrade them. I think that makes sense. If that is the scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could let those transfers roll. I'm looking at taking KDH out just because it's a 0.2 drop, but he could still play twice, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Liverpool and who's it? Liverpool and Wolves? Not got it open.
Yeah.
Right, we'll quickly switch to YouTube and then switch back again. So Steve, he's got Porro, De Kuyper, Cash, Kudus, Rogers, Diallo, KDH, Haaland, Watkins, and Mateta. He's going to take out Diallo for either Szoboszlai or Anderson. He's going to go Elliott with Tielemans being out for 2 weeks. He's a Villa van as well.
Yeah. It's been your undoing, hasn't it, Steve?
But he doesn't want 4 Villa.
See, this is the trouble. If Rovers ever got promoted back to Premier League, I'd probably be finishing 100k. Because you always want to have a bit of a punt on your own side, don't you?
Do you think Villa's going to turn it? Do you think it's just a blip and they're going to turn it around?
Yeah, they've got to. Look, they've not gone through massive changes. There's not. Do you mean? Who've they lost? Really? I mean, they lost Rashford before the end of the season. They've not got Asensio, who obviously did well. Who did well? Ramsey, which is it's a shame. Like, I mean, yeah. What's it called? The profit sustainability rules. Absolute tosh that you've got to start flogging your up and coming young homegrown players. It's shocking, but yeah, I don't think there's like any big thing. It's not like they've lost 2 or 3 massive players, and that's why they're struggling. I think it is just a form thing. I think. Look, they've got 4 fixtures now. These next 2, and this is where the form all starts creeping in, because I do think a good result at Sunderland could be a really big springboard, and you can see these Villa assets go on and really, really hit the ground over the next 3-4 games, and we'll all be clambering. Oh shit, we need to get Rodgers back in, or Watkins has got a couple because he's due a goal, surely. Him and Rodgers, to be fair.
Yeah, they can't just become bad players overnight or in the space of 4 weeks.
Definitely not. They were so good to watch last season, Villa. They're a cracking side, and I'm pretty certain they would come back.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that, Steve. If there was a week to do it and have 4, I think they're fine for this week and next. If it doesn't work out this week, you can always move them on, can't you? For some reason, is this an inside joke? I don't know, but he said you should go for Michael Keane this week, Tony.
I don't know. He's ex-Burnley, isn't he?
Is that why?
I don't know. But Michael Keane will not be coming into my team.
Shea would have put in Watkins, but the -2 put him off.
Yeah, see, Ben was fancying it. You weren't fancying it. Ben was, and I was fancying Watkins.
Are you both 2 striker though?
I am, yeah, because I brought in Gakpo as a sub, so that didn't go.
That's the reason it's not ever been a consideration for me, is because it's Salah, Haaland, João Pedro. It's just not going to touch that. But
yeah, because I've no Salah, it's I'm having to play around with that position, but yeah, bringing him in from -2 plus it's punty. He shouldn't be punty, should it? They've got great fixtures.
No, it was perfectly fine. The only thing with Watkins is he just always kills me all the time. Like, whatever format it is. Like, I haven't had him in Dream Team this season. I started with him in FPL and he's done nothing. Last season when I had him in FPL or Dream Team, done nothing. Take him out, bang. I can't remember what was the season. Was it like Sheffield? Was it Sheffield United one season where he just like went mad in one game, scored a load of goals. I can't remember who it was against.
And then everyone brought him in and he got injured.
Yeah, then he'd done nothing. I think there was one. There was one where I captained him and he blanked in 2 really easy games, and it was just like, give up with this guy.
Yeah,
He might work for you.
I'm tempted. I am tempted because I've not got Salah. Look, he's going to double. He's going to get probably 70 minutes each game, 140 minutes against 2 decent fixtures, both weeks. It's not. It's got
to happen eventually.
Yeah, and you've got to be ahead of the curve, haven't you?
Diamond says Conser / Cash or Elliot. Conser / Cash or Elliot. If it was a choice out of the 3,
Conser's your safe bet, low risk. Elliot's your punty one. I hope he gets you a couple of goals. Guns may I'd probably say Cash and Conser would outscore those 2 over these next 2 games.
Yeah, I like Conser. What I like about Conser as well, it seems like a lot of his bonus just comes from the really high pass percentage. It's like something that's really repeatable.
Yeah.
It's not like he's had a crazy game and he's managed to hit this many corners on to the target. It's just I'll pass to the guy next to me 60 times.
It back and then yeah.
And I don't miss. Prodigy taking out Bruno Fernandes and Mateta for Watkins and Rodgers. Is it best to cap one of these and hope that they have more chance of a double rather than picking the usual suspects, Haaland or Salah? Yeah, if you went Watkins or Rodgers, is that a differential enough in its own? And then would you go for like the majority cap, or if there is one, or would you go all in?
So I was looking about this earlier, and I think that's why I started toying with bringing Salah in. It's like 48% owned in the game, which is obviously a high percentage, and then you're hearing that quite a few people are going to cap him as well, and then it starts to look like he could hurt me a little bit again. And last season, when I started to go for it a little bit and getting a little bit more punty and a little bit more brave, I went against the Salah cap a couple of times, and it really did
sting.
Yeah, it damaged my rank. Not irreparable. I ended up coming back, but it was them moments where I kind of like make a break. Look, I'm not going to make it into top 100 and push on a little bit, taking on a very high Salah cap. So yeah, I get you mean, but I think these nil assets are going to be quite highly transferred in.
I retweeted 2 captaincy polls, and again, we will open one up in a minute. But the captaincy polls earlier, I retweeted one from Paul McNulty from Nip and a Half Pod, and one from Dream Team Advice on X as well. And I thought that would even it out if one of them might have been wrong or whatever. Like, I kind of looked at it this week. I saw that Salah was like over 50% capped in the poll. And my first thought was like, oh, maybe people just think it's FPL. Like, maybe people, because he's the bulk captain on that. I was like, can't be that close, like that. Sorry, much of a landslide. I guess, is it fresh in the minds of people that he's just done well? And are people maybe just looking and going Everton, Southampton, thinking he'll play both?
I think you get the comparison. So you look at Salah's fixture, then you look at Haaland's fixture. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Haaland's got a tough fixture.
Yeah.
Liverpool have an easier fixture on paper. So you go Salah. I think there'll be people that will just only captain Salah and Haaland all the way through the season and just switch between the two. But
it's an easier way to live your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than sit here on a Friday and go, Should I gamble on Elliot Anderson as a cat? No, what?
I know, but you got to live a little, aren't you? Yeah,
Is that living?
Well, I mean, it is until he gets at 96 minutes and then they blow for a penalty.
Yeah, there is that. I read those out. Paul's one is Salah 51%, Haaland 16%, and then I think this was quite a good way of doing it actually. Euro double game week player from Villa or Forest, 23.7%, which is still quite high, higher than Haaland. Or other Carabao Cup double game week or single game week player, 8.8%. So it looks like it's Salah or input your Forest or Villa player. I'm guessing Elliot, Konsa, Watkins, Rogers.
Yeah.
Wood, maybe. And then it's pretty much the same actually on Dream Team Advice's one. So yeah. If I wasn't scared, I would probably go Elliot Anderson, but I can't get the thought out of my head now. If Salah's early kickoff, if Salah gets 1 or 2 goals, I think I'd feel a bit of a knob. Then watching Elliot Anderson across 2 games, go on, do another tackle. Can you get a bonus?
No, I think if you're going to captain somebody other than the big 2 kind of thing, I think go on, make it more exciting. Don't go for a 6-pointer and a 6-pointer off tackles.
That's the thing. The ceiling,
Anderson.
You won't blank, but the ceiling is like really capped, isn't it?
Yeah, unless you go for the revival of Villa and you captain a Watkins or a Rogers.
If I had them, I would do that, but I'm not going to own them.
I'm talking myself into a Villa player here. The more I think about it.
Did that answer Prodigy's question? Taking out Bruno, F, and Mateta for Watkins and Rogers. Is it best to captain one of these? Yeah, I think if you're bringing one in, I think captain them.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, you're not doing it wrong. You can get 2 games out of them, Rogers or Watkins. You'll get 2 games. The ceiling's quite high. Go for it. If there's ever a week to go for it, go against a single Salah and a single Haaland. All right, they might get a few minutes in that cup game and they could do a bit of damage. But if you're ever going to take that risk, don't play it safe. Not like these. What was it? 51% sitting on Salah on a single on a double game week.
And you just know, don't you feel like you go for it and then he ends up getting the sub appearance or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you just know I'll be crying. I'll be crying come Wednesday evening or whatever Liverpool game is, and he comes off bench and scores a brace. And...
Would you cap a defender?
Do you know, I captained Trent once, did I, last year, was it?
I'd do a Porro or a Munoz or someone like that, but I don't know if I could bring myself to do a Konsa.
No, Konsa, Romero. No, that's not exciting enough. Porro, Munoz, let's say Trent last year, someone of that ilk who they've got a goal in them, got an assist in them. Yeah. I just think you've still got options further forward. I don't think you have to drop to a captain in defence.
I'm just opening up the chat. We've still got a few more Discord ones to get through, but I'll open it up just so that they're there. Colin, he's got Saka in your team. You used the sub the first week. Would you hold and maybe sub in Rogers / Anderson for the possible double? Don't want to burn through subs, so only works if Saka's back for following game week. Is it likely? I still think I'd transfer Saka out.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident.
I've honestly, I've not checked on Saka's injury. I think
I don't. He's not going to tell us. He's not going to tell us. He said he hadn't trained. He hasn't trained yet, but he said he could maybe train tomorrow, and we'll see how he is. He's not going to come in and play City, and then you're nuts if you're playing for Port Vale. But for some reason, he did end up playing Bolton last year, but I can't remember what the context of it was.
and
Whether
he
he'd been
didn't do
injured.
much, did he? If I
No,
remember rightly.
I'd sell Saka, to be fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of money tied up there.
I know it's annoying because people sold Palmer and then he comes back and then kills you. But I just feel like you're keeping him in your team and you're constantly just second guessing every move that you do. Will he? Won't he be back? Just free yourself of it because no one else has got him. It's not like it's going to sting you when he eventually does come back. No one's got him. I think it's not like the Palmer one where people were hanging on.
Like me.
Did you get rid?
No. I was one of the hanger-ons. I just kept using him as like either a sub or I used that captain vice captain trick as well.
But that one looked okay. Like it didn't sound like a bad injury, did it?
Yeah.
Particularly.
Oh, devastated at the time. I had to go through that. Still traumatized by that warm up bloody pull out. It's not good. Not good for health. Especially when a lot of people had transferred him out or didn't have him.
I think we all kept him, me, you, and Ben. But I think, yeah, I'd sell Saka.
Yeah, too much money tied up. It could be 2-3 weeks. Who knows?
Right. Pick up the pace now. It's open. Saucy in the Discord. Gameweek 5 captaincy. We've done it, but shall I quickly put that poll in?
Yeah, we can.
See how it fares. Maybe I've ruined it a little bit by giving away what the answers are to other people's, but captaincy, Gameweek 5. I've just seen a question come in. Would you max captain this week?
No. When I max cap, I want to know that nearly all my players are possibly doubling, and then go from there. I get why it can be useful because obviously you can obviously get ahead of people that might have nobody playing, but yeah, I want to like maximize it by having as many people playing as many games as possible, and then if you do manage to stumble on someone that goes off and scores 4 or 5 goals across 2 games, I'd rather have them.
I agree. I just think it's a low ceiling one. So you might get it right, but how many points you're going to actually get over the field with it, if you know what I mean. Are you seeing the same comment that I keep seeing? Was it me or was it you?
I don't know. Apparently, I got turkey.
No, he's asked you. I thought he was asking me at first. Asking, have you got turkey teeth? I thought he meant me at first.
I've just brushed him though.
I think it's. I don't know. Is it the lighting? They look quite white, you know.
Yeah, I can't afford turkey teeth.
It's just talking about Doku who gets the grin going.
It must be.
It is. De Kuyper and Bowen to Romero and Elliott. What do you think?
De Kuyper and Bowen to Romero and Elliott.
I'd do that.
I mean, Bowen. Ben's still got Bowen, hasn't he?
Yeah, can't get rid. I think he might move him to a Villa.
Yeah, I would do as well. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Kyle Jennifer, best nailed double game week players this week. 1 defender, 1 midfielder.
Konza and Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Rodgers a 90-minute man, isn't he, as well? Usually gets the 90 minutes.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I'm saying I like Anderson, but it's not the best. It's just the price. I like the price. Yeah. I can't say it's better than Rodgers.
Yeah.
Ian, Doku, or Elliott?
You know my answer. Doku. I as well. That's. He's probably. Will you get more minutes than Elliott? It'll be a tough one. That tough one. I think if Emery sees that, obviously Villa improved. They scored with Elliott in the side. I think he probably starts the first game, and then go from there. It's like I say, it's Elliott's position to lose then, and if he has an impressive game again, then you'll see him start the next one. Doku, I think he's got to get the Arsenal game. He's got to, and then I don't know. I just think there's a sneak that he might get 45 in that cup game. So Doku I'd go for, because I'd longer term as well. I want him for the week after.
Yeah, I think if you want Doku for the long term, then go for it. But I think in isolation, just this week, I think I prefer Elliott personally. Yeah, I think Doku's going to be lost in Timber's pocket. Mark Tavares, evening, mate. What do you think of Zubimendi? He's played every match this season. Nah, not for me. Maybe that sounds like I don't know. I mean, it's a boring pick, so you maybe thought that I would like him at 3.7. He's done well. It's got one more point than Anderson this season. But yeah, the goals were great, but I don't think it's sustainable. And then when you look, he's had 3-3, 1-1 in all of the games where he didn't bang worldies in. It's not for me. It doesn't seem like he's getting particularly regular tackles or bonus, for example. So doesn't tick enough boxes for me. Zubimendi. I think he's a great player though. More about the turkey teeth. No, that's it. We'll take it to the comments now. Welcome everyone who's just joined in the. Has my poll gone up? 63% Salah. Now seeing that is do you just go with the crowd and go how does that make you feel?
I don't even have him in. So really it should scare me, but it actually I feel like it's an opportunity.
Look, we've had decent starts, haven't we? Really.
Yeah.
What are you? I'm about 2.5k at the moment.
5.
Actually, saying that, I think I was 2.5k. I was 2.5k before Haaland went on his rampage last night. I wanted to put that to the back of my mind. 3.9.
Yeah, I think 5's what I am.
Yeah. I probably will chicken out and go with the crowd. I think if that's the case in a crappy week.
This is where I was thinking bringing him in just to have him in, and I wouldn't captain him.
But it offsets half of it.
Yeah, halves the damage if he does go off on one. But a Moisey Everton, I don't know.
TS editor, Romero or Van de Ven?
Van de Ven's hamstrings are due.
I feel strongly that's Romero.
Yeah, I think Romero is safe in it.
I think he's the only two things that I think might cancel out each other is I think Van de Ven hamstrings, but then Romero might headbutt you.
Yeah, that's it. But he has calmed down, hasn't he? We said that last week. He seems to have just toned it down a little bit.
Ven's popped up in the box, but I do feel quite strongly Romero is better in the air or like more of a threat from corners as well. Like Van de Ven is massive, isn't he? But I don't really see him as that sort of threat in the box.
No.
But he keeps ending up being in the right place, right time, and then slotting them home. But I prefer Romero.
Yeah.
It's just more proactive for like getting the things that get you points, I think.
Yeah.
David F, Watkins in and Cap. I like it.
Why don't you go Harvey Elliott, David? He's ex-Rovers. You and your team, they love it, don't they? Derby Rovers.
Even into Joe, even into Drizzle, even to Ian, even to GB Fantasy Football, George, who joined us on the pod on
Evening,
Monday.
George.
So you can check that out after this or in the morning if you've got time before the deadline, or even after the deadline if you just want to have a nice little listen throughout the day. Evening, lads. Fantastic stream. Who's more important this week, Harvey Elliott or Palmer? Oh, yeah, because he did transfer out Palmer. Would you just get Palmer in for United?
I think Palmer's got a chance to make mincemeat at United.
This was another one, actually. I think Palmer is 0.1 predicted rise after a goal in each.
It's a bit harsh.
Do you reckon that will happen, or do you reckon that'll be an outlier? I think I saw Mike FF stuff in the chat. Mike, you're not Mike FF stuff anymore. You're Mike, not only FPL. Yeah. You got to change that. Do you think that Palmer is definitely getting a 0.1, or do you think he's going to get more? Let us know. But do head over to Not Only FPL. Check out that price predictor. Back to the question anyway. Would you get Harvey Elliott or Palmer? Elliott would get the captaincy if he brought him in.
Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I like Palmer. I think long term, I think now he's scored in both games, had one disallowed as well, inched offside. I think we said, didn't we? As soon as he gets that first one, that could be it. That could be it. Back on that run. You can probably see him hitting 20 goals again this season now. So for me, I think you've got to get Palmer in your team. Obviously, he's probably only singling, so it's not like the end of the world if you didn't get him this week, and if you did fancy Elliott. But I think Elliott's a bit of a punt enough on his own, isn't he? I don't know about the captaincy.
I thought that cap would be quite popular, actually. But if I thought that this week was going to be some going Elliott, I don't know, some going for Watkins, some going for Rodgers, some going for Wood or something like that, I wouldn't mind going for Anderson. But seeing everyone going for Salah just makes me think, even worth it.
Tricky.
It's easy to say when you've got him in your team, but I kind of feel like you could get away without Palmer till next week.
Yeah. If it is only a 0.1 rise.
Yeah. If it was saying 0.2, I'd maybe just get him in.
Yeah, because again, it's like you got to have to get him the week early because he could get out of reach, depending on how all your other ups and downs go.
We know what it's like with injuries.
Yeah.
I'd get Palmer in. Just. John McGinn is an option. Not with all the guys we've just mentioned.
No.
David Oliver, best mid, already got Palmer, Fernandez, Papsar.
Love Papsar.
That's said enough of those, haven't we? Rodgers, if you can afford it.
Yeah, I'd probably throw Rodgers.
Harvey Elliott, sounding popular. Anderson, if you're boring. Ice Kitty. Got a question for the long term. Double Spurs defence, Romero and Van der Ven, or one Spurs and a Villa defender?
I think I'd probably go the one Villa. I'd go Konza. And just... Spurs aren't going to be keeping that many clean sheets. And when
good.
Yeah, they have, but when you're relying on them, so once you double up or triple up, you're relying on that clean sheet. I think if you had Romero and Cons in there, I think you've got a lot of avenues to points there.
I prefer the double Spurs.
What we
As an Arsenal fan,
these dodgy hamstrings and
yeah, pains me to say, but I like what he's done with that back line. Seems to be doing well.
a good manager, isn't he?
But I mean, if you go 1 Villa, 1 Spurs, I think you're going to just hang with everyone for now, which is not. It's never a bad thing to do at the start of the season. This is a funny one. Why is nobody talking about Lucas Bergvall? Must have joined late, Matt. It's our first question. Lucas Bergvall.
It was.
Is he essential? Yeah. Scroll back to the very first question. Robert Woodcock, Salah 12th man last week saved me. Leaving him out this week still. Rolling 1 sub for next game week. This week, Bruno for Rodgers. He's the captain. Not a question, but
yeah, a good shout that.
Sounds all right.
I like Rodgers. I like him as captain as well. I don't mind that.
Going against him though. Have a check of that poll. See how you feel then.
Wow, he's in the same boat as me. How much damage can Salah do this weekend in a single? When you have got Watkins and Rodgers doubling.
What's the ceiling? 20 points?
What for
Salah? If you're really unlucky?
You'd think so.
If you're
they're tight
incredibly
games.
Unlucky.
They're tight games, aren't they? Notoriously. So, yeah, you just got to hope that he doesn't do too much.
Cheers, Donny. He says, double game week, question mark. I don't know if he's definitely saying it like that, but that's how I'm reading it. Oh, why has it not come up on the screen? Hang on. Does that come up there? There you go. Cheers, Donny. He says double game week. I'm not sure he definitely says it like that, but it's a single mostly. How many mins out of 180 potentially is how I look at it. Get McGinn and Konsa.
Yeah,
I do look at it the same. Like I look at this week and think it's a fake double in it, unless you go in Villa or maybe the odd Forest if you're lucky. But even Forest, you can't be certain because new manager now, and you don't know what his best 11 is. I think he will play the best 11, but you don't know what the best 11 is.
You might not like Anderson.
Nah, everyone likes Anderson.
No, but yeah, like you say, it's a false double. Other than those two, and I think that's why, Konza, Rodgers, Anderson, they're not the most exciting picks. Probably throw Watkins in there as a more exciting pick, but yeah, it's not the most exciting double you'll ever see. Cheers for the super chat, Donny.
Thank you, mate.
This is the trouble with live. I need a pee, so
go on. I'll keep going. You have your wee. Put your teeth whitener on again. His headphones off. He can't even hear it. Where were we? Drizzle. Kicking Bowen and Paqueta for Salah and Anderson. Don't let me down, Scott. No pressure. Drizzle, just temper your expectations. It's a boring pick. I will take what should we say? 5 points and 5 points. If he gets 10 points for the week, I'll take that. But cheers for the question. Or Philip Derbyshire, Foden predicted price rise 0.1. Garner Minte predicted 0.3. I don't know what to say. Some of them, I think Mike does share the that was a quick wee.
Oh yeah.
I said you're going to put more teeth whitener on. Yeah, another price one there. Foden predicted price rise 0.1. I didn't see that. I thought that would have been more as well. We've done Max captain talk. Bayindir and Ahmad out for Donnarumma and Rodrigo Gomez, or Bayindir and Enzo for Donnarumma and Papsar.
Ooh.
Or Sells and Zubimendi.
I like that Donnarumma and Papsar.
Yeah, I prefer that one out of all of them. I do like Sells. I just don't like the Zubimendi in there though. What did I say the price was on Zubimendi? Was it 3.7? You could go Sells and Doku, Sells and Anderson, Sells and Elliot Anderson. I suppose you won't want. He's saying he doesn't feel appealing because he's got Neco Williams at the back. It's double Forest defense, but I think both of them players are still fine. I don't mind that double up, and you could always get rid of one later. But I think Sells, if you're going be in there, I think be in there to Sells is barely any like you're not losing out much money. I think that's fine. If you don't want to end up spending loads on your keeper, but I think Donnarumma is class. It's just whether you want to spend that.
Put him in. You forget all season then. I like the fact that you can get Papsar in as well, even by putting Donnarumma in. So,
Richard, is Elliot worth a punt? We've done that to death. But thanks for the question. The Clarets, would you keep Ekatike this week? If he doesn't start tomorrow, then you know he'll play against Southampton. I'd keep him. I think game and a half this week. It's perfect.
Yeah, it were an interesting one, weren't it? In who missed out. Obviously, when Isak came into the side, and it weren't Verts. It were obviously Ekatike had to sit this one out, but I think that'll be rotated. I really do. Don't think he'll be the one that sits out every week. So
you'd be fuming, wouldn't you, if you just signed and now you're gonna be benched all the time?
Yeah, because it's kind of like under false pretense, isn't it? He was a massive signing in his own right. Like, forget about Isak. Then for them to then go and target Isak as well, it was, yeah. I wonder how he's feeling.
I don't mind that, but the only thing I would say is, like, would you swap an Ekatike to Rodgers or Watkins if you had nothing else to do? I think I'd still keep Ekatike.
No, I think I'd go for it.
What, swap him?
Yeah. Yeah, if you were going to a double, a Villa player who's going to double, like you say, it's tempting thinking, well, you know, if he doesn't get the Merseyside derby, he's going to get some good minutes against Southampton, isn't he? There's a lot of times we've targeted these Premier League versus Championship teams, and it's never gone quite as what we expect.
Like Marmouche last year. That's the only time I've been brave in my life. That. Evening, Mike. Rodders was going Chalobah to Romero and Bowen to Palmer. Now thinking Bowen to Salah and Fernandes to Tete. Can't help but think I need Salah. Tete's got to be just, this is how much money I've got left. How do I spend it? Surely. I think he plays twice. Fulham, Brentford, and Cambridge.
I don't know. I don't look at Fulham enough to think what's the cover that they've got behind him. Kenny Tete, he's a decent player.
Where's Robinson at now? Is he back fit? I think he's been on the bench the last year.
He was always good for PPM.
Wasn't even on the bench. Don't know. I 3 million. I think even though I didn't like it, I'd still probably rather just go Kusanov and hope for 2.
Yeah. I think he might sneak 2.
But yeah, I don't mind doing that.
They paid good money for Kusanov, didn't they? Obviously, he come here.
They're like mid-season spend up.
Yeah, and obviously, he got eked into it. He looked a bit shaky at first few games, but yeah, he just seems to have obviously grown up a little bit and had a couple of good performances. So I think they'll try and keep that momentum going with him. You won't want to drop him out the side, and I can see him getting 2.
It normally happens later in the season with Pep. But like we say, he rotates loads, but sometimes he does get a defense and just keep the defense, doesn't he?
And I think you should. It's all right having cover and people to slot in here and there when needed or substitutes, but you've got to have a settled back 4.
Good evening, Nathan. Pickles and Brie. Evening, gents. Should I keep Johnson in hope that he gets Doncaster? Thinking of getting rid of Williams in place of Romero van der Ven.
Yeah,
I don't mind Williams, but Williams is getting a 0.3. If Williams was staying the same or going up this week, I would possibly pick him for the price. But
then you could look at it and say, well, right, a 0.3. I'll take the 0.3 hit, but it saves me a transfer.
Yeah.
So it's like buying a transfer for 0.3 budget. Obviously, if you've got a very healthy budget at the moment, then it might be worth one. Just take that hit on him. Johnson is a victim of Spurs stocking up in those areas, and he had some really good runs last season, didn't he? Of points, scoring, assists. He did well. I think he's not already scored a couple this season as well. I think he's already grabbed a couple.
Yeah, I think he'll play Doncaster.
Yeah, I think he's got to get the Doncaster game, and he'll probably get minutes off the bench in the league game as well.
I think I'd keep him. It's easy to say in it when it's not you getting the drop.
Yeah, and this is, but look, there's Johnson and Williams. You could keep them both, save your transfers, bank them for next week. Just take the drop on the nose, and you never know. You got a doubler for Williams, a double game week for Williams, and you've got Johnson against Doncaster. Could be nice.
I don't mind if you did want to do the Romero Ven one, because I don't trust Ange as a defense entirely. I'd be doing. I think I'm going to get Sells next week. Despite it, he's probably still going to get a load of saves. But yeah, I'm quite big on Romero and Ven. I think in that Spurs defense. So keep Johnson. I just feel like that was one last year, wasn't it, where he kept hitting big numbers. Like when he did go off, he went off.
Yep.
It's frustrating, but evening, Miss Snoopy, Carl Daniels, Anderson or Gibbs White or Foden. I'm assuming that's all Foden. Gibbs White, Foden.
Safe one's Anderson. I go Anderson out of Anderson and Gibbs White, but then
Foden's better. Foden's in another bracket than.
Yeah, he's the exciting pick. Does it worry you as an Arsenal fan that Foden looks like he might be hitting his form?
No. I think we'll be all right at home. I'm not too worried. More worried about the big man up top.
Yeah.
Don't care who else is behind him. It's just him, isn't it?
It is an animal.
The only thing I'm worried about is us getting a red card. The big occasions get to us.
Yeah.
Benji. Anderson was probably my answer to that. But Foden's better, but just if you want to spend the money. Any love for Palmer as a differential captain? I wouldn't personally, just because I think he's going to start. But wasn't there that talk that he was holding his groin at the end of the game, and that was where he had his issue?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So he comes on and plays 15, and he's like, do you know what? It ain't feeling right.
Yeah.
There goes your cap.
No, I won't be doing that. It's not worth that. If you're gonna captain somebody who potentially is good, just got a single, it's got a bit sour Haaland on it. I think other than that, you go for a doubler.
You good to keep going? I know we've gone over the hour.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah. Do a few more.
I've got plenty more beers in fridge.
Oh yeah, drop. I've not even asked anyone. What are we on? Just trying to see how many likes are on here. One doesn't say, my screen's cut off. But however many likes you're on, can we have some more, please? Drop a like if you're enjoying it. Subscribe if you're not already. Yeah, get up to date with the latest Dream Team content. Who's next? Rodders, Villa and Forest, both garbage. I'm not going near any of them. Can't argue it too much, can you? Can't argue it too much. Anyone that's we're all going for them just because they got 2 fixtures and we're hoping they're better. That's all it is.
Hold on. Well, to be fair, Villa have 2 good fixtures. I like the fixtures. Sunderland aren't no mugs though. They've been pretty good actually. Sunderland.
But everyone's picking Villa attackers and forgetting who they're going to be shooting against. Roofs.
Yeah, it's destined for another 12
He
points.
saves everything.
United could do with him.
Captain Roofs. Grealish in, likely to get both games. He's decent. He is decent. I just feel like if you had, I wouldn't bring him in. Like if I had him, I'd definitely keep him.
Yeah, do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he proper lights up that derby and wins it for Everton. It would not surprise me.
That'd be good to watch.
It's made for him, that game, isn't it?
Be a hero.
Yeah. That's like when he were back at Villa and he were on song, he were brilliant to watch. Grealish, that big game player, big fish, little pond, and all that jazz. Just think, yeah, that's a Grealish winner. 85th minute.
You heard it here first. Nathan Wisby, no Salah or Palmer. Would you bring one in this week or wait till next week? He 12th man Salah in last week.
A good shout, Nathan. 12th man in him. Eases the hurt of his haul, doesn't it? Obviously, you can't captain him as a 12th man, but I'm guessing that you captain Haaland. I think I prefer Palmer. And that's why I've got Palmer and I don't have Salah. But there'd be a hell of a lot of people that don't agree with that and think that Salah's the must-have. But yeah,
it's funny, isn't it? Because he was rubbish before midweek. He was finished, washed, in fact, and now everyone's capping in.
Yeah, it's funny old game, isn't it? It's obviously returns from previous where it's like last minute, literally last act of games. Yeah, Palmer for me. I do worry for United against Chelsea. Chelsea have looked good. I know they had a bit of a flat game. I think it was against Fulham, but ultimately after their World Club Cup exploits, and I think he's onto something good there. I really do think they're building. Yeah, I just think whether it's this season or next season, I think they're building something big there. I think they've got a lot of talent. They're starting to click. I think like you've got the likes of like Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, obviously big money signings, and when they first come in, they were shite. Like Caicedo was one of the best midfielders in Premier League at Brighton. Comes in, and he was useless. He's found his feet. He's a monster again now. Back to his best. Enzo, World Cup, best young player at World Cup. Big money comes in. He's useless.
Spine now, aren't they?
Yeah, and the amount of talent and variation they've got, if you can just get it a little bit more right up top, I just think I think they're Premier League winners in either this season or next season.
Salah for me.
Does that answer your question? Just throwing up.
Kevin, what do you think of this? I've got to take out either Dunk, going down 0.3. Diouf, who's got one game. Kuiper, who's injured. Going to put in Cash and Kusanov and maybe use a sub for Kuiper and put Anderson in.
I mean, if that's what budget dictates, obviously Kusanov's cheap, going up 0.3, so it's a nice sub. And as I touched on earlier, I do think he might get both games. Whether he gets to the 60-minute mark in the second game, I don't know. Cash, obviously, a little bit more of a rotation risk, but no, I like them. If that's what the budget dictates, I think they're the right moves to do, and then using your sub wisely from Kuiper to Anderson is a steady move. And
that gets you out of a problem, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it tidies it up for a week and then lets you, like, say you get the rises as well. So hopefully then the week after you've got a little bit more to, if you need to tidy up a little bit more. But
no, I like that. I'll do it. Andy B.
Cheers, Andy.
Evening. Another Andy, Andrew Davies. We've got Andy B, Andy D. Who would you take out between Kudus and Enzo? Need to get one of them out to get a player in. Yeah, I like Kudus.
Thing is, though, when I'm looking at Enzo and I'm thinking I could get rid of him and sacrifice him, it's because I've already got Pedro, Palmer, and Gusto.
Yeah.
So I'm very Chelsea heavy. So
yeah, and then you're bigging up Maresca as well.
Yeah, what's happening
Thing
there?
for Chelsea here.
Yeah, well, just like watching good football.
Glory hunter, I reckon.
I'm not.
You started supporting City when they were doing well, and then you started supporting Chelsea. Now they've won the.
I'm a Rovers fan. I can't be a glory hunter.
He loves the pain.
Yeah, looks like
the recent pain.
I did. We play Ipswich tomorrow at home, and I did ask me little lad. We've got season tickets. We've not been to a game yet because we keep going to Darwin games in the Northwest Counties First Division.
Glory
whatever.
Hunter.
Yeah, about 300 fans on each week. I asked him, we're going to Ipswich game tomorrow. He went, we're going to football. I said, yeah. Ipswich. Ipswich? No. Oh, I thought you meant Darwin. No, I don't want to go Rovers. Wow. He wants to go to Darwin. What can I do? He's a proper football fan.
I'd keep Kudus.
Yeah. Yep, kudos for me.
I think class.
Excuse the language.
We allowed to put down the screen? I think we can.
Yeah, we're getting marks against us from YouTube.
Take it off. Sorry, Kevin. How the beep have Salah and Haaland not got 0.3 price rises? What more can a player do if they dominated the week? Only 0.1 rises. Come on, throw me a bone. It's not just you. Everyone's got them.
Yep.
Don't matter. But yeah, that is must score more.
Yep.
Demetrius, Salah's not scored versus Everton in the last 3 meets.
Is that correct?
I've not verified it. I just read off the teleprompter. You put anything in front of me.
I'm sure I looked and I seen that Salah has.
Was it the game last year though where was that? Where it was like Tarkowski got was it a late equaliser or a late winner when everyone stormed on the pitch?
It went a bit messy.
Yeah.
So
I can't remember what the score was in that one.
So Jota scored in the last game. They won 1-0. 2-2. That's the Tarkowski one. Salah scored and assisted. Yeah. Tarkowski scored at 90 plus 8. Slot got sent off. Curtis Jones got sent off and Decore got sent off. Quite the ending. And then the previous game to that, Everton won 2-0. So in 3 games, Liverpool scored 3 goals against Everton. I'm going to take that on. I'm taking it on.
George reckons those price rises are massive for my transfer to Gameweek 6 and no adding an extra 0.1 to Palmer. If that's the case, I'll just do it. Get him in.
Yeah. It's dangerous, isn't it? You'd be gutted. You'd be gutted if you're missing out by 0.1.
Come on, Mike. Double check that one. Quickly just double check it. Palmer 0.1 or 0.2 maybe. He's got an algorithm going on, hasn't he? Just the process. Sparky Hughes, Salah to Haaland?
Sparky,
Haaland to Salah.
you've not been sticking your fingers in some plugs, have you? What's going on, mate?
I mean, this game is any game is Salah over Haaland this week, right? Does Haaland get anything at Huddersfield?
I don't think he gets any minutes at Huddersfield, but he'll get a couple against Arsenal. Couple of goals.
Couple minutes. We've been saving Skelly for 5 matches ready for this showdown, I think.
Just to kick him.
That must be what it is, yeah. It's the stay humble. The battle of the stay humble. How do you, is that Xian? Xian? Kian Ryan. Sorry, Kian. Bogard, cheap good pick right now. We spoke about this briefly, didn't we? Price rise, started to getting bonus, playing in midfield, down as a defender, dirt cheap.
But we've got our resident Villa fan, Steve.
Oh yeah,
Steve
come on,
Ricks.
Steve. If you've not got a bed, Steve, let us know if Bogard's playing.
Well, he said he's usually the man that covers. So he's...
Yeah, I saw Kamara's back. I think it's Kamara, which that worries me with that one.
Yeah, Kamara's back. I mean...
Might get one.
Bogard. I mean, you get the rise, but you probably only get 1 game out of him, if that.
Evening, Gary. Evening, Matt. I did join late, boys. Oh, yeah. That was the Bergvall question. I did join late, boys. Mrs. made me watch MasterChef at 8:30.
I thought they'd all been sacked.
Was it good? Is that the buttery biscuit base man?
They'd all gone, haven't they? I thought they'd ended that program.
What's his name? He's doing life coaching now.
Get away.
I think he's the one. Am I thinking of the right show? I don't watch much TV, but the bald guy who he's been sacked. He got sacked for, I think, was he being inappropriate or something like that?
Yeah.
I know him as the buttery biscuit base man. I can't remember what his actual name is.
I'm sure it would pop up in chat.
Donny Freeman.
Greg Wallace, that's the one.
Top 5 players towards 120 to 180 minutes game time. It's Elliot Anderson for me. If you can afford the 2 Villa attackers, Rodgers, Watkins.
Anderson, Rodgers, Watkins. I think they're your 3. Konza as well, sorry. I think that them 4, they're your nailed players. If you're looking for minutes, maximising minutes, they're your 4.
Yeah, agree. It's Greg Wallace. Chat's delivered. It's Greg Wallace, the buttery biscuit base man. Watkins or Rodgers as captain? You said you'd go Watkins, wouldn't you?
Me?
Over the 2. You're not going in, but if you had to choose out of the 2.
I don't mind either of them. I think they're both a good shout.
I'd go Watkins if I had him, but prepared to be disappointed.
If I had them both my team, I'd go Rodgers.
Just a bit different.
No, I just think he gets more minutes.
Yeah, maybe. Watkins maybe pens. He misses them all the time, doesn't he? But he scored the one in the shootout. Have we done this one? I lost the spot. Michael Hodgson, Forest fan. We could do with him. The Kuiper, Bruno Fernandes out for Romero, Doku. Yeah.
Romero and Doku, yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like that. Captain Palmer, though, he said we didn't like Captain Palmer, though.
I think Palmer's got a good opportunity to do well against United, but you've got to captain a doubler if you've got him, and if you don't, and you've got Salah, pains me to say it, but you've got Captain Salah.
Potato's got Rico Lewis, really annoying pick. I bet he'll get a hold of to take him out. No, well he could, but would you just swap him to Kusanov?
I like Rico Lewis as a player. I really don't know what's going on there. Kusanov, 3 million, 0.3 rise. I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I wouldn't keep hold of Lewis. Don't be scared of that. Gary, Douglas Luiz, I think we'll get both games for Forest. Nothing too exciting, but may outscore Anderson. Oh, if Douglas Luiz starts, does he start as the 6 and Anderson moves up to 8, or will it be double pivot? I don't think Ange does double pivot, does he?
I think he just does all-out attack, doesn't he?
That's who he is.
Yeah, it'd be interesting that. Obviously,
Douglas Luiz has got a corner on him as well, and I liked Anderson because of corners, but Douglas Luiz has got a good corner on him as well.
So he might take half of them.
Oh well, I'm going for him still.
Switching.
Douglas Luiz has got. It's not just that. I'm sure did he take pens as well for Villa?
Yeah. So that's it, Chris Wood. Get out.
You're out, mate. Karen thinking Mateta to Salah and Kukurea to Bogard. We're just not sure on Bogard, but I'm assuming you need that Bogard price to get Salah. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Kukurea, obviously, good price on him, isn't there? Yeah.
Probably if you had to. And then next week, maybe you could take a bit of cash from somewhere else to upgrade Bogard, but knock-ons, isn't there? But Bogard then is going up, so he might close the gap on another player.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Benji saying, does Sells scare you off? Does Ange scare you off of Sells? But what do you think? It's no worse than Roths, is it?
No,
I know he's been a hero, but like...
You just get more games, don't you? I'm not big on keepers, pal. You know this.
You'd play with no one, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't worry too much about him. I've got a keeper in who's playing every game, and to be fair, he's doing all right. So that'll do for me at the minute. If I could pick any keeper, I'd put Donnarumma in now.
Yeah, I like Henderson if he plays both, but they're still like a mid price.
Yeah.
Worth keeping. Kudus for the next few. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to say hello to Dream Team Jord. Spilt something on his keyboard. Hope your keyboard's all right, mate. Yeah, I still have Sarr from Palace. Do I keep him for one more week and sub him out? Thinking of bringing in Conser and Palmer. Would you use a sub on that just so you could get the two with the transfers, or would you just build that into your transfers? It depends who you need to take out. If you've got other fires, I don't.
Yeah, I think you've got the cash for it. I'd just do it off your transfers, mate.
If you can, yeah. This one's for you, Tony. How big are your balls? Because this week is where you make your points or get your coat.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like that. That's why I was saying about the Salah and the percentage of the captaincy, which is threatening to be quite a big captaincy on him. Obviously, not even having him in my team. When I put him in, I just feel like no, he's had a bit of a flash. That's looking over the whole of the start of this season. He's looked shit. So I'd definitely be going against his captaincy, and I'll be going for a doubler. And he might be wearing claret and blue. I think
Big balls.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going.
Carabao Cup weeks. Tiny shriveled balls. Elliot Anderson. This one's for you to read. Super chat from Donny.
Thank AHD after next international break. Optimum teams fixtures players. Yeah.
Good teams, good fixtures. Target the Europeans.
What, can you understand that?
Yeah. Do you think Ndai gets both next week?
Put that back on. I'm not having that.
What?
What's it say?
I think it's think after international. Donny, I'll go to the bottom of the chat. Just rewrite that in there, and we'll.
I'm actually my age here.
We'll still read it. No, I think it's just got a bit jumbled up. Think after international break. Optimum teams fixture plays.
Yeah.
Same.
Cheers, Donny.
Cheers, Danny boy. That's another McGinn for the double or Palmer for one. I'm not on McGinn.
No.
It's much more exciting players than McGinn. How much is he? What are you laughing about?
Miss Noopy. Because I thought he just could have had a few tins, but he's broken her mind as well.
John McGinn's 4 mil. Don't spend it on John McGinn.
Nah, I'm not having that.
2 more, and then I've got to shoot. I'm starving, mate. Tato, anyone thinking Chalobah out to avoid the drop? I'm tempted to, but that'd be 2 defensive moves. Sorry if I've gone over this going late. No, I'm thinking of taking Chalobah out reluctantly, but I did say to Tony before we started, if he wasn't going down in price, I would definitely just be leaving him. So it kind of feels unnecessary, to be honest with you. But I'm just thinking next week, would I potentially move him on to someone? Possibly. But there's absolutely no problem in keeping Chalobah. It's just I've gained like 0.6 in him already. I think I might quit on a high and take that profit. But
I think that's wise.
I just got a little bit spooked out a little bit as well about Maresca chucking out that crazy backline before the Bayern game.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you froze then.
No.
Just doing a human statue.
Yeah, I just waited. I'm waiting for you. Because I just on the Chalobah thing, there's no way he can stay on that trajectory. Because if he did, he'd be outscoring Haaland by the end of the season. There's no chance. So I think jumping out away now after getting 0.6 or 0.9 out of him, I think he's wise. Sure, he's gonna have a couple of slow weeks.
After that United away game, though, it's Brighton home, Benfica home, which if he plays them both, that's still a good double.
Yeah, it is a decent double.
But I'm worried that he goes down 0.3 this week. And if he gets a 2-pointer again against United, does he go down 0.2 again? And I've just lost all the money that I gained in him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can definitely see United scoring as well. I just think Chelsea will outscore United, but
Garnacho's definitely scoring that game.
You'd expect so. Off the bench, scoring the winner.
Nothing wrong with 2 defensive moves, I think. Right, we're going to do this one. We're going to do Jeff's question, and then that's it. Wrapping up. So Simon's going to put Rodgers in this week as an injury substitute and probably captain him too. You can't. Oh, hang on. I was going to say you can't captain your sub. You kind of can
If
with
you
the loophole, but
yeah,
I don't know what the timings are like on that. Typically, you can't captain your sub, but if you sub someone in for your captain, they become your captain. Is that right?
yeah, that's correct.
You've done it, haven't you? Or you were gonna do it?
I did the opposite way around. I vice captain Pedro.
Yep.
And captain Palmer, knowing Palmer wasn't going to play.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then if Pedro did shite, I would have transferred out Palmer, and whoever I brought in would have then become my captain, and the vice captaincy were dud. But because Pedro did well, I just left Palmer in, and then Pedro became my captain.
Not sure. Yeah. Villa's on Sunday at 2. We don't know who he's subbing in for, so it's hard to say, but just get him a mini transfer maybe.
Yeah.
Jeff, for the last one. Oh, it's an FPL question. The Dream Team pod, Jeff. Sorry, mate.
Jeff
up.
He's had more beer than anybody.
Yeah. Should we answer an FPL question or are they banned?
No, we can't do it.
Sign up for Dream Team and start playing this week, Jeff. Come on. This is a different game. We get Europe, we get the Carabao Cup, we get Europa Conference League. As low down as that. We get all the games. We get all the games on this.
Come on.
Just scrap FPL. Play Dream Team. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Donny. I understand that one. I think maybe if you're doing shorthand or whatever, text talk, yeah, probably I'm showing my age a little bit. That
He's on his tablet. Anyway,
I need some tablets.
Appreciate the super chats, Donny. Have a lovely weekend. Cheers to everyone who joined in this evening. Cheers to our YouTube channel members who we started off with and our Patreon members. If you do want to join the Patreon or our YouTube channel membership, hit the join button or link in the description below. You get access to our Discord. Over 100 strong currently, early access to our podcasts. Get your questions answered first on these streams. Yeah. Good luck for Gameweek 5.
Happy weekend, everyone.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Nice teeth.